Nathan from Daily Motor, and we are here with this beauty, the 2021 Genesis GV80. Now, if you've never been part of one of our live streams before, or if you're tuning in after the fact, once a week we like to get behind the wheel of one of the cars that we have in, talk about it, bring you all the viewers along with us, so anyone watching live can comment in and chat with us, see anything they'd like to see. We've got Alyssa right now behind the camera, but she'll be out and around giving her opinion as well. So be sure to hit that subscribe button, check out the channel, and if you're watching live right now, hit us up in the comments, let us know you're here, let us know what you think about Genesis's first SUV. Now Nathan, I know you've been a big fan of Genesis since they began, and I have as well, and we were excited when we saw this car get released. Now that it's here, has it been living up to your hype?
It's exceeded my expectations. My expectations were high, and yet it still just went all the way up here. I don't get it. How do they make cars so good?
I have heard, and part of me kind of hopes this isn't true. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if it is true, because it's kind of the same with Volkswagen. But I've heard that the Korean government does subsidize Hyundai a bunch, Hyundai, Genesis, Kia, and kind of help them achieve sort of that next level without that next level cost. So if that is the case, then they're getting a little bit of help, but at the same time, I mean, they're making great products, so, you know, it is what it is. It's not quite the size of the GV70. I know you're really excited about that as well, coming out, the new GV70 SUV.
Isn't that smaller?
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's not quite that size, so, but it's elegant.
Yeah.
Also, we are testing out a new microphone today, so let us know in the comments how that sounds. I actually haven't had a chance yet to, hi Alyssa.
Hi.
Haven't had a chance to hear how it sounds on the computer, so it'd be good to know how we sound from there. What do you think, Liz? What do you think of this compared to that BMW X5 that we've also got this week?
I didn't really get a whole lot of chance to walk around that and look at it as I am this car. They are pretty close to the same color, but
yeah, the kind of this purple.
Very striking. I really like the soft blade look on these wheels. It's very nice. It's almost like a two-tone as well, with the different metal finishes there.
Not only that, but they're 20-inch wheels, but still have 50 profile tires, so they're not quite as rubber band thin as stuff we see from competitors. Mm-hmm. But you can get a higher model, a little bit higher trim than this one, and get 22-inch wheels. So those would be a little bit cooler looking, but at the same time, they'd ride less good.
Right. Yeah, a little bit more firm. I really love the chrome accents that they have on this, and there are plenty of them.
It's not too gaudy for you?
I don't think it is, because this color, this rich, deep berry color, kind of keeps it all like a tone down, so it allows those chrome accents to really stand out. And they put them all over the car, so they match really well too. I like how this grille is actually fully functioning all the way through, and it's not fake.
That is true. You can see right through there,
right.
Into
Even
the
down
radiator.
Here where it doesn't have the chrome accent, it's still a real grille right there. I like that.
And onto that, these vents, they're actually real.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, provide a little bit of
my finger.
aerodynamics and brake cooling.
It's only these sections on either side where they are not, but that
not fully functional.
Yeah, that is fine. And people might not like the huge size of this grille.
Yeah.
But I honestly think
here, take this.
It's also really striking because it's not so gaudy in that it is see-through. So it does add a little bit of dark color behind that's going to tone that chrome down a little bit. So it's not going to be so much in your face. Yeah, so I think it's really quite nice. I really love the chrome accent. This actually thick, wide band chrome accent that goes all around the side from the back to the front. I think that's actually really, really cool too.
I think that I do agree. I think that looks nice. A little bit on the handles.
On the handles.
Up along there. The roof rails are chrome.
The roof rails are very nice looking too. So I'm a fan of this. This is beautiful.
We got some people in the comments yet?
We've got 9 people watching.
Cool.
Nice.
Let us know if you're a returner. I do want to give a big shout out right at the beginning to all of our donors from last week. We really appreciated those donations. I think I meant to put your names in the comments, and then we had kind of a rush to get here. We didn't have a chance to, but we're gonna pull them up later and give personal thanks to everybody.
Is this the front one?
It is not. Or yes, it's right there.
I thought it was this one. That's
That's the camera.
Yep.
Oh, man, that camera's it's kind of just there.
Yeah, I imagine that would get dirty pretty easily. It's not quite as good as
Potentially.
Volkswagen or Mercedes that hides the camera under the badge so that when it pops out, it's always clean.
I'm
Yeah.
not sure how I feel about this trunk button because, you know, not the most elegant feeling material.
Isn't it the trunk button?
Yeah.
Or am I getting this confused with the X5? Oh,
No, it is.
Yeah.
Huh.
I like it. I think it makes it look just kind of out of the way, like
Yeah,
it doesn't interrupt.
It does that, but at the same time, like, let's just close it again, just feeling it. It might, some people, they might like that it's out of the way.
Mhm.
To me, I'd kind of rather have something there. Like, what if they integrated it into the N or the E? You know,
Kind of
you
like the
press-
Sonata.
Yeah.
Mm.
Press
the
the
badge.
I for the trunk.
I do really like the LED taillights.
These
though.
are
I like how
beautiful.
they sweep along. I just like that the car's so different from
Yeah.
everything that's
Yeah.
out there right now. I mean, like the X5 we've got right now, the BMW X5. It's very good. It's one of the best in the class, but it's very good in like a standard way. Like you know what you're getting. This, I mean, so you roll up in this, and it's a completely. Everyone's like, "Whoa, what is that?"
Yeah. Yeah.
It's-
I really do like how simple the back looks. I mean, your back window is huge. It is so large, and they didn't put any silly chrome bits. I do like the chrome that they do have on here, but they kept it simple back here. I
crisp.
mean, you do have some down here, but they didn't put anything on this little ridge there. They didn't do anything with the window. They made it classic.
One thing I like is someone in the Genesis design studio said, "Do we want it to say all-wheel drive or four-wheel drive?" And their manager said, "Yes."
I did notice that. I was going to say something.
Like, I don't know if it's supposed to be AWD or 4WD.
Yes.
Technically, it should be AWD,
I think that's funny how you
but
said that.
it's just kind of a mixture of both.
They just said yes.
Yeah. But I think the font Genesis uses in general, like over here for the GV80 badge, I think it looks really nice.
Mm-hmm.
So let's pop that trunk open again. Take a look in here. I do really appreciate the carpet.
Wow.
It feels nice.
Look at this silver trim.
Yeah, kind of a
That's
durable
beautiful.
thing sliding in there. And then you can put this up,
Shiny.
and
Ooh.
you've got some underfloor storage. And then under there, you've got spare and more storage. So that's pretty nice. You can fold the seats from back here, which is kind of cool. They're not power. They
Oh
just
wow, they just went down.
flop down.
Wow.
And then you can take this out. It comes out super easy. In fact, the BMW X5 we had was so hard to get out, I couldn't figure it out. I straight up, I was filming my video and I was going to do the camping test, and I could not get this thing out. And I said to hell with it, and I snuck under it. Excuse my language, but I was frustrated, and I just laid under because I couldn't get it out.
Oh my gosh.
Let's do the teenager test.
Yep.
Teenager test.
I like to call it the camping test.
Because that's a little bit more PG.
So 5'10", my feet are in. Don't get back here with me, that'd be weird.
I was just thinking that.
Oh, cool. There are lights back here, actually. Are those cameras? Oh, no, they're like microphones. Here, let me see. There's little, like, microphones back here. Is that what they are? They must be. They look like mics. I don't know what exactly those are.
This looks like a phone box.
What
Does
is
it
that?
come with a phone?
No, it's the manual.
That is classy.
Yeah. Super classy vehicles put the manuals in the back.
My manual was in the back of my car.
Aww, you've got a classy Passat. If our buddy Moran is watching the stream, let us know if you can figure out what these little things are. Maybe they're just accents.
No, they're
I don't know.
microphones for you can talk back and forth with your kids in the
Is
back.
there a captain?
Oh, it does have captain
I'm
stuff?
pretty sure.
Captain
Well,
lock?
or cabin talk?
Yeah, it does.
We'll have to double check that.
That is pretty cool.
Okay.
That'd be really cool.
So does this pass the
Makes
teenager
sense, though, 'cause
test?
that's a...
Just barely. My head is just on the edge.
Mhm.
But yeah, I'd fit, and it's got an upper recline to it. But I don't know, if you wanted to camp in your GV80, I think you could do it.
15-year-olds beg your parents to get this car.
Oh my gosh. Speaking of that, what is the price tag on this thing?
This is only like 65 grand. Compared to the X5 we've got is like 85. So
Okay.
yeah, no, it's for what you're getting, it's really quite good. I do appreciate when Hyundai and Kia and Genesis, I suppose, put these nets in here. I think they're really nifty for keeping things from sliding around.
Look at the attention to detail around here. Like just looking in this square area of this car, you know, you got the silver around the buttons right there.
Hold on,
But-
I do want to get a video of all the things you're talking about, but Charlie needs to get out of the way.
So You got the silveriness around here. This isn't black. This is actually the color of the interior. The speakers back here are this nice metal. These are all nice chrome finish. And that's nice. The owner's manual box. Look at that. Got the gold trim
Genesis.
around there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at the detail on the lights. Look at the attention to detail.
It's not even picking up that detail because it's so bright.
Oh.
It's just
Right,
shining.
and another thing I just noticed, there's like covers for the
little bolts on the. Oh, we're gonna lose it.
Now, how expensive do you think those are? Like, how much did it cost for Genesis to put that on there?
Yeah, probably not much.
Probably about $5 though, in total cost of making them and shipping them. They didn't have to do that, but they did, and I love that.
Aw.
It's right here. No, that's so good.
Okay.
All right, we all done back here?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so. Yas is in the stream. Hello, everyone. Happy Friday. Oh, Yas said there's static in the audio. Okay, that's good to know.
That is not good.
Ron says he thinks those are speakers for the rear parking sensors. Let me take this off and see.
Mike says there's also static in audio. Everyone hears static.
Okay.
Oh no.
We just adjusted the microphone, so let us know now if without the little wind buffer. You might hear some more wind, but let us know if there's still static.
I'm cold.
Really? If there is, then we'll take that microphone out. It
Right.
might be an issue with that.
Right.
So.
It does move around quite easily. So if we are handing off the GoPro to one another,
Yeah.
it might get knocked and move
Right.
around in that little aux plug-in a little bit too much.
That's true. Resale value. I think Genesises typically have had really poor resale value, but I think they're going to start picking up.
Well, their sedans always do, because sedans always have poor resale value.
That's
And
true.
plus, that they came out with those when nobody really knew about Genesis. This, I think, will hold its value.
Yeah, I agree.
Maybe not as good as like a pickup truck or a typical Ford or Chevy SUV, but decently well for a luxury SUV.
Right. Yas said still the same, no difference. Okay, we're gonna try another thing then. Actually, I don't even know if that was active. Yas, let us know if it sounds any different now. Just took the mic out. It's possible that the mic wasn't even registering in the GoPro for some reason.
Or should there just be no sound at all?
Well, yeah, let us know that too. Kyle's on. Good to see you.
Kyle,
Says hello.
It's been a minute.
And Nick said those are one-way speakers for the driver to speak with the rear passenger. Interesting. So those probably come right through. So we'll have to test that out when we're in the vehicle.
Too bad it's one way though.
Should we put up does this have the third row?
This is not.
No.
Nope. Wait a second. One person said, I've seen some cars which has hidden rear viper behind the roof spoiler. I'm not. Oh, hidden rear wiper. Oh, yeah. No, this one doesn't, though. It's just right there. Okay, Yas said that fixed it. So I don't know why you'd think this would sound better. This is like a special mic that I got for live streams. We'll have to experiment with it a little bit more at home.
That's too bad, yeah.
But hey, if it sounds good now, then we'll go with it.
It wasn't very stable in the little plug-in.
Maybe it was like
port.
rattling around.
It might have been. It moved around just way too easily in that
Okay.
little port. So.
All right, we'll experiment with it more.
Cool.
So I want to show you guys some cool stuff real quick. Do I have the key on me? First of all, this is a really nice key. It feels really solid. It's kind of heavy, and it's got a lot of very straightforward buttons.
Oh my gosh.
So let's come along up here, and you can see the cool when I lock it. The very, very nice side lights. You got the blinkers on the front and side. And then let's hold to start it up.
Ooh.
I love how the turn signal continues down the entire car.
All the way to the back.
Around the back.
Yeah.
All the way back. That's awesome.
Yep.
Mhm.
So then say you want to
Come over here.
then say you want to summon your Genesis toward you. You
What?
can press this button. Nathan, don't stand.
Don't stand in front of it, Nathan.
Hold that, and it'll come toward you.
How does it know where toward you is?
No, it only goes straight. Sorry.
Oh.
It only goes straight and back. So now, Nathan, if you want to stand in front of it,
Oh,
it'll
it
automatically
stops.
stop.
Huh.
Yep.
So if I'm just someone looking at their phone.
Yep.
Oh my god, that's making me nervous.
Oh, it turned. Why is it turning?
That makes me so nervous.
I wonder if it was turning to avoid you.
Wow.
Let's try it in reverse.
That's amazing.
It didn't turn, did it?
It did not turn, no. If you guys can't hear, it is beeping though. When there is someone behind it, and I think it beeped again when Nathan was walking in front of it, it was making a beeping sound. I'm not sure if you guys could hear that. That's amazing.
Yeah, so what it's supposed to be for, you may or may not have seen the advertisements, but it's supposed to be, say you were parked in and you couldn't quite get into your door or something like that, you were in a tight parking spot, or you needed to put it in a tight parking spot, you could kind of line it up and then it would, and you just remote it forward.
Amazing. I can definitely see people using that to park in their garages.
Wow.
Right.
Advertisement.
Yep.
And John
Krasinski?
Yeah.
All right, so let's hop in. Let's actually shut it down.
Let's see what all those other buttons are on that.
Well, you got lock, unlock, your trunk open, the move forward, back, and remote start, and panic, and lights. That's actually kind of cool. I've never seen the light button before. If you hold that, is it going to turn the lights on?
Maybe because the door's open, it won't.
Yeah, maybe. So Nathan's getting the seats up, and those are actually surprisingly hard to put up, aren't they?
Well, first of all, you pull this lever.
Yeah, you have to pull the lever.
So you pull the lever.
Are they heavy?
Yeah. Well, it's just a lot of. It's like it's spring loaded. There's just a lot of resistance. That's it.
I would not like that.
It's also annoying is you'd have to go around to the other side just to put this one out because it's locked in place.
Yep. Here, I'll take care of that.
Oh, you already got it?
Yeah. So a good amount of room. You can recline quite a bit, as you can see.
That is a lot of recline there.
You got your center fold down armrest. Adjustable headrests. You do have some fold out cup holders.
Well, that's kind of neat.
But no center storage area, which is kind of strange.
Are there any charging ports?
There are. You can see up here you've got HVAC controls for the rear vents, as well as 2 USB-A ports and a wall style 110 volt outlet.
115.
115, yeah. You've got some mat pockets that are hard. That's kind of like a luxury feature.
Look at the carpeting.
Oh yeah, real nice.
Lush
But durable feeling. Someone said push the button, not the lever for the seats. That's how you make the seats go down, yes, with the button. But to bring them back up, you have to engage the lever. So you see, I'll show you here.
What happens if I press it while I'm sitting?
Ouch.
It'll spring at you. It should. Is it not?
Oh.
So that's what pressing the button does. It flops it down. But then, if it's like latched down, I can't pull it up without releasing
pulling that lever to release it.
Yep. And then you can see right here, down.
Not that elegant.
No, it's not.
A lot of stuff hits this too.
Right. I wonder if the top level, like executive package, has power rear folding seats, but it probably does not.
I can't remember if this is this car, but can you get this car with the TV screens in the back? I'm pretty sure it's an option.
I think that was.
I haven't spent too much time
Never
in the
mind,
build
wrong
configurator.
Car. Wrong car.
Oh, okay.
I thought it was this car, but it wasn't.
Gotcha. All right.
It'd be quite cramped in here with those little TV screens.
Not really. They're just kind of right.
You have a lot of speakers though, and the Lexicon system sounds great. We will be doing a full sound system review, so check out the channel for that. Make sure you subscribe, keep an eye on it.
Notice the materials. Like, this is soft right here. You would never ever expect a car company to make this soft, just because why would you? But even this is like a nice material. This doesn't have to be, and yet they still make it a nice material.
Yeah.
They really thought of a lot. You've got these very easy to put in window shades, and they cover the entire window, which is
really nice. Yeah.
Is this an air vent right here?
Right, Bradley, that's what I was saying, is it's not the fully loaded trim.
I think it might be, actually.
There's a higher up trim. There's like an executive package or something. Kyle, we hope that you're feeling better, getting out of the hospital, and try to keep that weight off, buddy. It's 370 pounds. It's not good for your health. But yes, Bradley, we know this isn't the fully loaded trim, but let's head on up to the front and see it from there. very nice leather. It's not quite as slippery as the Infiniti, but still kind of has a nice feel to it.
It's beautiful.
As much as I like Genesis's,
Genesis?
I don't feel that they're quite as, the materials aren't quite as high quality as something you'd get in a Mercedes or a BMW. It's, I mean, it's really close, and some of the things do feel better. Things like these controls, I mean, it's very solid, very good clicks. Everything feels nice and good. It's just, it kind of feels more like Acura Infiniti level than it does like full luxury. But everything's really solid and built well and looks good.
We've got a little comment update.
Okay.
Tim Robinson, he's got a cool Ferrari picture for his thing. He asks, do you think making the base engine a 4-cylinder was a mistake given the 6-cylinder base competition?
Not necessarily. I think more markets are going to go toward the 4-cylinder. I would like to drive the 4-cylinder because I do think it would feel pretty darn taxed driving this around. But for other markets, I mean, the US is kind of the only market that has to have these giant overpowered powertrains. I mean, you go to Europe or Asia or something, and people get away with little like 3-cylinder diesels that only make 100 horse or something, and they're fine with it. So I get that they would want to just bring over the 2-liter and make it kind of the base powertrain for the car. I would really like to see Genesis put their 5.0 V8 in here though. I think that would sound good. So here's hoping on that one.
All right.
I think it would kind of fit the luxury ethos. The steering wheel is pretty cool. It's just a 2-spoke. I like the 2-spoke part where there's you can just put your hand anywhere down here. However, I'm a little disappointed that this part is so thick, you can't really like get your hand comfortably around if you're driving at 9 and 3. So it's a small disappointment. We'll see after I do the highway fuel economy test if that bothers me after a few hours behind the wheel.
Got a comment update. Actually we got a really loving, caring chat going on right here. Kyle says he's going to try and lose the weight because he doesn't want to die and he loves us. Yas says he should.
You don't have to read everyone because we can kind of like.
Yeah.
Yep. We can see some of them as well. If in case the comments are getting like a lot, so we can keep on the.
We try to keep them, read the ones that are car oriented.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, I know, but I want to build a caring atmosphere because people are being very sweet to each other right now.
Right. Yep, okay. I see that. So let's get it started up and let's get on the road. You got the engine start button. Some nice beeps. In fact, I think when you turn it off and you get out, it makes a really cool going away chime. I don't know if it's gonna do it. No, I don't know why it didn't do it that time. It seems to be like
It was just a little one. Is that not the one you're talking about?
No, it's not. We'll see. Maybe it's like a whole sequence, like you have to get out and leave after you're driving or something.
It looks like Bradley's out.
Oh no.
He's mad because we apparently aren't reading his comments.
Oh.
You got this really big screen up here, which looks nice. Let's see if we can power up the brightness a little bit so you can see. I think it's in like nighttime mode. Go home, and then it's kind of got this like home screen that shows you the weather and a little bit of your navigation. But then this is new for Genesis in 2020. It's like a rotary. How do you describe this thing? It's not a knob. It's like a dial, I guess is the best way to put it. Yeah. Rotary dial that you can press things in here. But what I do like is that they still kept this a touch screen as well, because there are certain things that are just better to touch. You can open up like your map. I wonder if I can turn this into day mode. I'm sure there is a way through the menu and stuff, but sorry you guys, probably can't see this super well because the brightness is a little low. Oh, but this is a touchscreen, so I can just do that. Oh well, maybe when it gets a little bit darker, you'll be able to see better. But it works pretty well. I'll report in the full review if this is easy enough to use on a day-to-day basis. Chris up at the Topher seems to not mind it, and I haven't really minded it too much, just a little bit of a learning curve. But I also really appreciate that they've got all these HVAC controls. Right here, it's its own separate little screen, so you can do heated steering wheel, 2 different stages, heated and cooled seats. You can control where the air's blowing at you. Super easy. You've got 3 levels of auto fan, which I like, and you've got your dual zone climate up here. So no need to mess around with the infotainment screen to get to your climate. Then wireless device charging, and 2 USB-A ports. Do we have any more USBs in here? Nope. How do you feel about this? Is that nice enough?
Yeah, it's nice. It's, I mean, it could just be a piece of plastic.
You're right. At least they wrapped it in felt.
Yeah.
So it's felt plastic. And it actually has a nice little spot. It kind of sits in there. And then the last thing I'll mention before we go over some comments, this shifter.
I love this thing. It is so pretty.
Yeah.
It is just so elegant. Classy.
It's to shift around, shift it over into drive, to the left to reverse, or kind of in the middle for neutral, and then just press the P when you're done. You want to park. Cool.
Nice.
So what are some of the comment highlights?
Well, we've got Bradley. Yes, we do know this is not the fully loaded trim. I know you were very bugged by that, but
Yeah, we are aware. I think Charlie even mentioned it earlier too. Remind everyone what trim this is?
I don't know exactly. They don't exactly have trims. It's like packages. There's an executive package that this does not have. So we're missing cold rear seats, soft closed doors, a few of the other elements. Anything else?
Kyle said you and Nathan sound like your brothers.
Well, we are.
So
Good ears.
That's so cute.
For those of you who aren't quite sure, Kyle is unable to see, so he's got very well-tuned ears. And that's why he likes the Winding Road videos, because we spend a good amount of time focusing on good audio. Chris, who kind of pioneered those POV test drive videos, concentrated on making the good audio, and Kyle's got some nice Bose headphones that he uses to really experience that. There you go. Now you can see how nice and bright the screen is.
This is really pretty.
It's kind of a nifty, like it shows you the weather-ish on that side by the background and then blends into the map. But then if I go over to the right, then it's kind of your main home screen. All your different apps. Yeah. So the driving experience is pretty darn good. This certainly isn't as sporty as a BMW X5 or a Porsche Cayenne, but they did a good job at kind of the throttle tip-in, the suspension aspects. You do have a few different drive modes. You've got Comfort, Eco, Snow, Sport, and Custom. When you drive around in Comfort mode, everything's just really well calibrated. Steering's got a good weight. This 3.5 liter V6, oh, it's been a little while since I looked at the specs. I want to say it's like 374, 75 horse, something like that, 390 pound-feet of torque, and an 8-speed automatic transmission. They all work together really nicely. It doesn't feel like you're piloting a big SUV. It feels pretty nicely sized. I mean, it's not. I mean, it's only a 2-row, but it's still it feels good.
Any comment update, Nathan?
Yes, we have a lot of comments. Bradley asks when we're gonna put the review for the X5.
The X5 review, there will be the standard 3 videos as well as a comparison between this and the X5. Those will be up sometime later next week.
Kyle says they're not Boses anymore. He has Sony XB950s.
Oh, okay.
And
You must like those better.
then he got Sony SRS XB3s. That's cool. LDJ asks, how's the suspension for the car?
Well, we'll see that a little bit kind of over the next few minutes as we're driving around here. So far it seemed pretty good. Not exactly like Mercedes S-Class levels of smooth, but it seems to take the bumps pretty well. Confident at least.
All right, can you two guess what Myron asked?
He wants to know if it holds gears in manual mode.
He does want to know if it holds gears in manual mode.
It does not. I've already tested that. I think of it in my head almost every time I drive now.
Aww.
Do the Moran test. There's some full throttle for you. Good. I like this motor better than the Stinger motor. The Stinger is the 3.3 turbo. This is a 3.5 turbo. Just feels a little bit more gutsy. And I'd like to see this engine in the Stinger. But maybe this is a Genesis specific motor, I don't know. So what do you guys think about the ride so far over these bumps?
I think it's really quite nice. I imagine those tires help a little bit too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I feel it's a little dirty.
Yeah.
It's just back here, but I do feel a lot, and there's a lot of like just kind of bouncing and shaking back here.
Right. Maybe halfway through I should. So
I will say there are a few different elements of suspension.
That was too right.
that was all.
You go over right out and quick take it up and down, and then it immediately kind of like flattens itself out. Say that the big compression and rebound bumps are absorbed pretty well, but you do feel a lot of the little bumps in the road. There's a lot of the little vibrational sort of road imperfections coming through into the cabin. So nothing's too harsh and nothing sounds too bad or clunky, but yeah, it's missing that fine level of filter. There's a term that kind of old school auto journalists would use called flinty. That's a bit what we're getting here. A nice head-up display though. I like that. It's very subtle. I don't think it's going to come up on the camera,
Oh,
but
no, they usually don't.
yeah, but I like it. And it's a nice handsome gauge cluster as well. You can see it's just very
Apparently we have some bad signal right now, so.
okay.
This
All right.
is a bad section.
That's right. I forgot that. There's two roads that go parallel to each other around here, and on the western road, Verizon gets bad signal, and on the eastern road, T-Mobile gets bad signal. And we have both. We have both devices at our disposal. However, just announced yesterday, T-Mobile just released a 5G mobile hotspot, and you can get 100 gigs of monthly data for only $50 a month.
Holy smokes.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah. So
We're not sponsoring them, by the way.
No.
Charlie is just a very faithful, loyal, long-time T-Mobile user.
Well, it's just that I mean, like I've toyed back and forth with getting the Verizon mobile hotspot, but it to get at least 10 gigs a month, which we need to do live drives, it's like $80 a month or 60 or something like that. So now at T-Mobile I can get 100 for $50 a month, plus it's 50% off the hotspot. So we might be getting one of those. Might have some better
That'd
signal.
be pretty cool.
Yeah.
I don't even think we could ever use that much.
No, we'd have to live stream everything. Just live stream our lives.
You guys would probably love that.
Kyle asks, what cars do I own?
Well, real quick, we will get to that, but around this this ramp here, I'm going to put it into sport mode and
Squeal some tires.
squeal some tires. I'm going to show you guys how the GV80 doesn't exactly love being driven at the limit.
Okay. That was some correction there. Jeez.
Lost its balance.
Yeah, it definitely doesn't feel as light on its feet as the X5, and you can actually sort of get it to do this weird wallowy
Fishtail.
oversteer. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's kind of interesting.
Also, the seatbelts really squeeze you.
Yeah, they tightened us up. They're like, "Hey, man, something weird's going on here. You better sit tight." Paddle shifters are actually pretty darn responsive. Not like dual clutch levels, but fine enough.
Is it interesting that a car like this, so this size would have
At least, I mean, it is the bigger engine option.
I guess where else would you put them? Like, if you wanted to manually shift, where else would you?
She's saying, what's the point of manually shifting at all in a car like this?
right?
Well, the time I've only ever really used manual shifting in like a practice, I was on the highway in deep snow in a snowstorm, and I was going up steep. I wanted.
Yeah.
I didn't want to shift and then lose momentum, so.
Alright. Oh, look at all this.
Oh boy.
Alright. Much. Oh,
That other car is
never mind.
not
Should we go through the comments?
Yeah, that's a good time because this person's going to. No, actually, we'll do the launch real quick because they're not coming out. Earlier when I said this, even though it has less power than the X5, the X5 feels faster. No, I said that. But anyway, what do you have?
I have a 2013 Volvo S60 with the T6 package, and then a 2013 Ford Taurus SHO that my grandma gave to me for free. So I obviously took that. They're both really good cars. The Taurus is a lot better than I expected it to be. I've kind of fallen in love with it. It's a good car.
It's funny, 2013 for you is kind of like, we're going for it, is like 2006 was for me, because I've owned a 2006 Infiniti and a 2006 Town & Country. I thought I had something else for most. Oh, I had an 05
Focus?
Prius. Focus was an 04.
Ooh, tightened. That is not fun.
It does it, but it's not.
Not enjoying it.
Yeah.
Up on the highway, it's really quiet.
It's nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We're not getting quite up to 70 miles per hour right now, but it is quiet. Yep, feels good.
How's the road noise?
Road noise is pretty low. Yeah, it's like I said, I haven't done the highway fuel economy test, but from what I can tell so far, it's a very well isolated cabin. Also, it has somewhat of a self-driving feature, like semi-autonomous driving. So you can see if I set right now, we'll set this up to 65.
Big truck.
I don't think it'll change lanes. No, it will not.
Huh.
BMW will change.
Kyle wants us to do a POV on the Taurus.
Oh yeah, we'll definitely will. Been so busy with these press cars, I haven't gotten around.
The other thing is I've been hesitant right now because it's on snow tires, and I guess we could definitely do 2 videos, but I was kind of waiting for its debut to happen when it's at its peak performance.
Right. We've actually got a lot of exciting press cars coming up. We have a Cadillac Escalade finally coming on the 4th of January. We've got a Corvette with winter tires, so that'll be cool. We've got a Nissan GTR with winter tires coming in February. And Kia Seltos. There's something else sort of noteworthy. I'm drawing a blank though. Yeah, so exciting stuff. It was something. Oh, Nissan Rogue. Stupid Rogue. Sorry if you're watching Wendy Payne at Nissan, but I don't like the Rogue. Maybe the new Rogue will be different. It is brand new and refreshed. So what do you think of the new Rogue, Nathan?
I
think it's weird looking.
I'll have to. Yas sent us $3.
Oh, thank you, Yas.
And I'd just like to make one more thing. Please stop spamming comments, because then I just can't read stuff.
There is hey, if Daily Motor ever breaks it big, what we're gonna do is we're gonna set up a member section. We're gonna give Yas a free membership. All of you OGs who are around regularly, but then, we're only gonna read the comments that are super chats, because we won't be able to keep up with all of them. But until now, we love getting to all of your comments. It's fun.
Harsh.
Hey, we got Harsh.
He says the steering wheel looks weird. It looks like a futuristic concept design from the 1970s.
I kind of get what you're saying. And it is, I noticed this earlier today. There's a pretty big gap right here where the horn kind of cutout needs to be. And it doesn't look great.
Huh.
Yeah. I would also like a little bit of wood grain. I don't like how it's all this brown. Alyssa pointed out earlier that it's not the most beautiful brown we've seen in an interior. And she doesn't think it's going to age particularly well.
That's not, I didn't mean beautiful. I think
All right, well, I don't think it's the most beautiful brown we've ever seen.
It's really kind of, stop it, Nathan. Oh, he always does this.
Oh yeah, here, point that out.
Yeah, okay. So, my passenger seat, the driver's seat doesn't have that, but my passenger seat has some buttons on it down here. And randomly, throughout the drive, Nathan will press it and mess with my seat. So
It's a 5-year-old would love that feature.
yeah, this is horrible. Yeah. Well, a 5-year-old might not be able to reach all the way.
5-year-olds will always find a way.
Undo their seatbelt and crawl out of their little booster seat and mess with your seat, and then get slapped.
I think that's childish.
Here's something I'd like to point out. I'm gonna do it right after the stop sign. This is a feature that we've been seeing in more Hyundais and Genesises and Kias. When you turn on the turn signal, you actually get your blind spot monitor camera comes up here in the gauge cluster.
Awesome.
I think it's really neat too. So on both sides, whether it's right or left, it shows you what would be in your merging area. I think that's really nice.
Yeah, I think that's super nice. So if you have like a driveway that has raised edges on the sides there, you'd be able to avoid that.
Or if you're driving 70 on the highway and you're going to change lanes, you don't have to crane your neck back necessarily to see. The other thing I'd like to point out is the 360-degree camera that it has. It works quite nicely. So if we come up here, go over these lines, it'll be a good place to demo. We use the shifter, rotate it over. It feels so nice. It's solid. You got the big camera with a nice resolution right there. You got a few different camera views. You can go and see sort of your what do you call that? Your rear wheels, and then this is kind of more of a straight up and down, like if you had a hitch, you can see that. But then on the side, you've got the 360 view, so that's cool to see. And then this one's really neat. Come over here, you've got this like fake Genesis right here, and it looks like there's a drone flying next to your car and showing you where you're driving, and you can rotate all around.
Oh my gosh.
All right, I want to drive this way. For some reason it goes out of that view when you switch gears. So I want to come around and I want to park so it looks like my car is backed in.
That's awesome. I love that so much.
I wish it wouldn't leave the view, but go over. Okay. What do you think of that, Nathan?
Yeah, I actually wasn't paying attention. That's really cool.
He was reading comments like he's supposed to.
I mean, it's like you're driving a video game right here. You can say, oh, I'm coming over that line a little bit, so I better, oh, I can crank this way. Imagine if you were backing up like a boat or something. This would be great.
That would be insane, yeah. A video game from like 06 or something.
Someday we're gonna not even look out of our cars. We're just gonna drive by screen. And then be like, oh, am I coming? You got the backup beeper sensor going.
That's amazing.
You can go right there. Oh, I want to come right up to there and stop.
What happens if I go outside in that view?
It's not going to be what you expect, but
It's
go
not
for
gonna
it.
pick him up. Oh, but it shows the door opening. That's neat. Look at his feet. Oh my gosh.
He looks huge. He looks like a giant. That's really funny.
We should tell him to stay put because I want to see what his face looks like. He looks
Here,
like...
wait, Nathan, come back outside. Come over
You
here.
look like Slenderman.
Come right, a little bit more. Let me switch gears so it stops beeping. Step forward, yeah, like right there, and duck down a bit. And a little bit.
Look at his face. That is adorable.
Alright, I'm gonna jump on the live stream and see what it looks like from here.
That's
so
really funny. Huh. Oh, that's good family fun. Good family fun.
You look like Slenderman.
Is that funny?
I look like a Teletubby.
Holy smokes!
Oh
Belladea
wow!
J gave us is that 19? That's not a dollar sign.
Is that euro? No, is it?
I don't know. Thank you, Belladea J. That's really nice.
Yeah, and what currency is that?
Yeah.
Why am I drawing a blank? Charlie, it is able to change lanes on its own, but you have to keep your hand on the steering wheel. Let's go out and test that. I'm curious.
The way my head like grew over the car.
That was quite funny.
Hilarious.
That was quite funny. Belladea, tell us what currency that is, because we do not recognize that symbol.
Right, we want to say thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Was Belvedere the one from India?
Not sure.
I'm gonna
But it's also, I mean, when you tell us what your currency is, that'll tell us where you're from.
I'm just gonna do one quick walk around the vehicle before we head back out and test that steering function. For anyone who just joined in recently, we are out driving the GV80. And hear these fans running strong on the 3.5 liter twin turbo. Doesn't it look good? It's like a burgundy-ish color. I'm not sure how well you'll be able to see it on the live stream, but it looks really nice in person, kind of a plum color. And the GV80 kind of has different proportions than some of the other SUVs in this class. It's a little bit longer, a little bit more wagon-esque almost. I really like it. I think it looks great. I think it's cool to see a company like Genesis being daring and different and really making a striking statement in this class. And with all their vehicles, I think the G90, the G80, I think the only car that needs to be updated to its new styling now, it's the G70. It's the only Genesis car I haven't really been a big fan of. Speaking of fan. Man. All right, let's hop back in. I want to test out that lane feature. Go from there.
Indian rupees.
Oh,
26
thank
cents.
you. Nice. Thank you very
Thank you.
much. Oh, I'm getting a call from General Motors. So I'm gonna just take this real quick, you guys, sorry. Hello, this is Charles. Hey, not too bad, Trevor. How about yourself? Yeah, absolutely. You got,
oh.
What's going on?
Okay. We could have gone outside and talked about the car.
All right.
You want to do that?
These buttons are brilliant.
Oh boy. I have to sit here and take it. Oh wait, what if I combat your button?
Oh no.
I can combat his, okay, let me put myself back.
Best feature ever.
Okay, now try it. I have my hand on my buttons. Nothing happens. They cancel out.
They cancel out.
That's good.
Some very nice net holders right here.
Mm-hmm.
See if you have a dog. It's actually metal.
Oh wow. That's pretty cool. Or would it be difficult to put a clothes hanger on this?
Why would you want a clothes hanger?
Well, sometimes older cars, or they do, they have them right here.
Oh, I thought you, for some reason I thought that had to do with drying your clothes. That is a clothes hanger. You hang your clothes on the line.
No, the little, like, what you put in your closet to hang your sweaters.
That's a shirt hanger. A clothes hanger is what you put to dry your laundry.
Okay, Nathan.
We're getting off topic.
We should talk about how beautiful this interior is. Let me move this cable here.
I love that speedometer right there.
It looks very crisp. Really very crisp.
Genesis.
Yeah. I do want to show this. It does have a wireless charger in here. Right in here. So we'll pop one of our phones on there. And it just kind of fits right in there. And I don't know if there's a button to press it to turn it on, how you know it's working. But it definitely is. It's probably this on button right here. Hold on. No? The car is on, right?
Yeah.
Huh. Okay. Well, there is a wireless charger right here, and there's a little button over here as well with a light that's supposed to pop on if your phone is charging. Maybe it's my case. Let's try the other one. Interesting. Okay, I can't tell if it's charging or not. It doesn't seem to be. But when it is. And we do have a USB plug right there. I think that's 2 of them right there. So very useful little space. And if you don't want to see that,
this
put it away.
Actually goes all the way through right here. I'm touching my fingers right now.
Oh wow.
Huh, that's weird.
Oh, that's pretty neat. Hello and welcome back.
Hey, did you guys find anything cool while I was gone?
We had an argument.
Oh.
About clothes hangers.
Oh, that's not interesting.
Well, sorry I wanted to take that call, guys. I knew it was car related. So instead of winter tires on the Corvette, Chevy would like us to take a Corvette up north into the snow on all seasons.
Oh, I bet I think they're probably going to be Michelin's new all-season, whatever they're called, plus some.
They might be. I mean, it's whatever the 2020 Corvette comes on with their all seasons, and they claim that it's a tire that they're confident in the snow. So I was like, hey, I mean, if Chevy thinks that that the Corvette will do well in like northern lower Michigan snow, then we're happy to try it, as long as they don't get upset with us being like, hey, this would be better with snow tires.
Yeah, I have doubt.
Well, I just actually saw someone reviewing Michelin's new tires, but my phone is completely flipped out, so I'm not going to be talking about it.
Okay.
Do you need to use mine for comments?
It's fine now. It just Chrome froze for a second.
Oh, there's an underfloor or an understorage thing right there.
Yeah, yes, the water bottle is right there.
How do you get it out?
I don't know. I put it in there. You want me to get out?
Kinda, yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, he was talking about this under storage space right there. Cool. All right, let's take a look at our comments.
Yeah, so we're gonna do a little bit more live driving here. We're gonna head back out onto a 2-lane section of road. I'm curious, because I want to make sure you guys get the right info. I am curious if this will change lanes on its own with your hand on the steering wheel. Can't have false information here at Daily Motor. We're all about the facts. I like the sound that the engine makes in comfort mode, but when it's in sport, it kind of has that standard Hyundai, Kia, Genesis vacuum cleaner sound from the speakers, and I don't think it sounds very good.
Jeez. Does this rear sunroof open actually?
Open?
Open.
Probably not.
Here we go. I bet you this is what they're going to put on it. Michelin's new Cross Climate 2 tires.
It does not.
They've been pushing these as like the best all-season tires, and they're actually, I watched it was actually an engineering explain video on it, and
that's cool.
I learned a lot about tires, a lot of stuff I didn't know about, and apparently these tires are supposed to be like the best like tires you can buy.
Well, we'll see. But I think it's whatever was already out and existed for the Corvette, so we'll see what they end up giving us. Either way, be sure to subscribe to Daily Motor, and we'll see how the Corvette handles in the snow.
Cool.
Yeah.
That should be some fun.
Right, I think it should be. So let's get up to speed here. We got the active steering on, and we'll engage it once we get up to 55, set. And it is keeping us in the lane now. So I've got one hand on the wheel. I'm gonna turn the blinker on. It is not changing lane. There's no sort of part. It just flashes the steering wheel and tells me it's disengaging the auto steer. So there's no, let's see, let's do it back. Yeah, it just disengages the auto steer. So it's not like, whereas the X5, if you're on the driving assist function and you just turn your blinker on, it'll give you a little confirmation that you're going to change lanes, kind of like a Tesla, and then it will get over on its own.
I see.
Yep.
Okay. Myth busted.
Myth busted. So anything else you all would like to see in the GV80, let us know. That's what we do here on these live drives.
Hang on. Myron says we have to hold the blinker for auto steer.
Hold the blinker?
Hold the blinker.
Okay. Well, hey, that's why we're going to confuse some people on the road here by switching lanes a bunch, but hold the blinker. Okay, so, all right, so he must mean don't turn the blinker all the way on. Just to put it into the merge mode, which is kind of like down a little bit, and then it'll steer. All right, let's see what happens. I'm down. That's why we do these.
Aww.
Because we care.
We do need to read a bunch of comments as well.
All right, well, let's try this, and then we'll do that. Get up to speed. Cruise set. We're going to let the steering engage. Come on. It's not picking up on the lanes. There we go.
Is it doing it?
I'm holding it, guys.
You're gonna hold it all the way down.
I'm holding it all the way down. It is not changing lanes. So, as you can see, we got steering engaged. You see, I don't know if you can see the little green light, but there's a little green steering wheel light. I will push down. I will try pushing all the way down. It is not turning for us. So.
Myth double busted.
I mean, don't get me wrong. There is a possibility that there's some sort of setting. It's not. Well, what am I doing wrong?
It's the truth, Bradley says.
It's the truth.
Goodness.
Maybe we can't handle the truth.
Alright.
We will keep trying for you.
Busted.
I really don't like the ride back here. It is really rough.
Aw.
Like I'm like enough to make me really notice it. Yeah, it's just like.
Oh, okay. All right. Wait. Take it back here. I now have. I see that. Arrow up steer to the steering. Oh, maybe now that we're up onto an actual highway, it'll do it. So we're gonna set our cruise at something that is not the same speed as this terrain, maybe 65, and I'm going to press and hold.
Bradley said you have to put your hands on the steering wheel and do the thing. Hold the.
So I'm getting some sort of recognition now. Now I'm starting to piss off other drivers. All right, so I got green. It's telling me to check my surroundings. I am checking the surroundings. It's not. All right, it's green, and then it disables itself.
That's interesting.
So, all right, Alissa, can you put the camera like right up to there? So you see, there's those two little green lines, or like green arrow things, and it shows me the car coming by, and now. See, it freaked out. So, well, it's probably because this car is coming up in my blind spot now. So, yeah, you guys are correct. It is doing it, but it's not nearly as well done as the BMW system.
So, is there a blind spot light on in the side mirror?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When that edge was coming up, it was.
When there is a person in the blind spot. Yeah.
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 But the thing is with the BMW, like, say there's someone in my blind spot right now, which there is. I could hit the turn thing, and it would wait for the car to go by, and then once the car went by, it would merge.
Right.
But this, it just freaks out, says conditions not met, and then cancels the merge. So.
That's ridiculous. Yeah. Yeah. Says, geez, so complicated. Way easier in my Model 3.
Well, exactly. Yeah, the Model 3 system does the same sort of thing. You just tap your blinker, it waits till it's clear, and then it says, all right, go on. Right. Not only that, but in the Model 3, you can make it set when you're on autopilot. When it senses that you're coming up on a car, it's going slower than you, and it's clear. It'll just merge itself. You don't even have to press the blinker or anything.
Right.
So you know, it has it. It's just not quite the same level of perfection as some of the other brands.
Right.
Yep.
Cool. Okay.
But I'm glad we figured it out.
Let's see. The Pittsburgh man asks if the interior lights are on. Yes, they are. And he asked what the ambient lighting looks like.
He asked if the lights were LED.
Oh yes, they are LED.
Yeah. Really nice, pretty LED lights. And ambient lighting. Here we come.
Oh, this has sounds of nature.
Oh, this does.
Ambient light.
Nathan. You messed with my chair again.
Let's change. Ooh, look at all these fun color names.
Beautiful.
Pearl white, topaz yellow, sand brown, garnet red. And you can do custom colors. Now, BMW needs to learn from this.
Wow.
Because you can only do like 3 colors in the BMW.
Oh, and you can use the rotary knob for that.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, satisfaction.
I love how the color palette mimics the rotary.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. Very nice. That's really pretty. Oh, here we go. Ambient lighting. Are there there any on the floor? It doesn't look like there are any on the floor there. Do you have any back there, Nathan? Looks like on the
Oh,
side.
yep, right here.
Yep. So little pinstripes throughout. Not going to show up as much though because it's still kind of light out. Oh boy.
It's actually gripping pretty well.
Oh, there goes the seatbelts gripping.
Yeah, but in the X5 I could do that about 7 miles per hour faster.
Oh. I don't have any preference.
It does pull pretty strong though. I like this engine. I like the engine and transmission combo. It's good.
Goodness.
Right.
Gotcha.
Anything else going on I should know about?
We are all caught up.
Cool. Well, we're gonna wrap things up here soon. We're gonna head back to our little parking lot and give her the old rapperino. I want to give one more redemption for that lane change thing.
You'll try
we're,
again?
Yeah, now that we're around traffic that we haven't been confusing for the last 5 minutes.
I figured you'd want to try it again.
Alright, so we're gonna let this Malibu get by us. Blind spot monitor is on. I've got green lights in my my lane change indicators. So right now, I'm gonna wait for that car to get by me, and then I'm going to. And now it is doing it itself.
Okay.
But now my next question is, do I have to hold the blinker the whole time? No, I do not. Okay, so
Okay,
I hold it for a few seconds, and then it does it.
Okay.
So when you do it right, it does have some redemption in my eyes. Yeah, I'm glad we figured it out.
Right. Okay.
The Pittsburgh man asks when the next live stream is.
I know we've been bad about doing it on Tuesdays. It's just I want to make sure we get the best cars for you guys. But what do we have next week? Next week we got the new Lexus LS 500 and the old Lexus LS 500. We've got a 2020 and a 2021 at the same time. So maybe we'll do a little compare of it. And we've also got the Kia K5. So let us know in the comments, what would you rather see? Lexus LS or Kia K5 on a live drive?
Maybe you should do one of those polls where people can vote.
Maybe I will do a poll, but at least before I do a poll, let us know right now what you all would like to see.
Yep.
I feel like the Lexus would be a better live drive car. The Kia would be cool for like 10 minutes, and then we'd be like, oh, it's just an Optima. So, whereas the LS, we could actually like get massages. Oh, we can do that in this car too.
Aw, the Pittsburgh man says any car for the live drive is fine. You guys are great.
Aw, well in
That
that
is so
case,
sweet.
2006 Chrysler Town and Country. Every week, just same live drive car. We'll just build a little campfire.
Pretty funny.
I know.
That would be a great live drive. I really do think it would.
We're gonna do a Chevy Aveo
Oh my gosh, that would be fun too. We just beat the heck, as long as it's a manual.
and take it off-roading.
What else? I mean, this is just a good car. Like, it's just like. Very
What
well
happened
done.
here?
Well, you got all types of
Oh, someone's on the
ridiculousness.
side.
They're trying to take their Jeep off-roading. A little massage right now, as well as a massage.
Massaging seats?
There's a little button above your bottom, like back and forth adjustment. Right above that is a little button you can press.
Back and forth adjustment.
You know, like your seat
Yeah,
bottom cushion.
I'm feeling for it.
Okay.
The Pittsburgh
The
man.
knob?
No.
I don't think I have that. Anyway, sorry Nathan, go ahead.
The Pittsburgh man says we can do the Chrysler if you do the power slides all day.
Yeah, we will. I need to do a little more. I still haven't filmed the review on my minivan. It'll just be so gushing with love that I don't know if people want to hear that.
It might not be
PG.
objective. Oh, okay.
No, it certainly wouldn't be objective. It's my car. I can say whatever I want. We are going to do a review on Nathan's car sometime, though. Nathan's going to do that on his Taurus. It's the Volvo, probably. We got to review Alyssa's car because we were trying to sell it.
Yep.
So we got to do a POV drive on that as well. Sound system test. Yeah. But you know, hey, when you got cool press cars like this coming in, it's more important to get to these because
first.
yeah, they're only around for a little bit. Okay, one last roundabout. Thank you all so much for watching. We're gonna wrap things up in a few minutes here once we get stopped. Take one more look at the GV80's exterior.
Thank you, Yas and Belladia J, for your donations. We really do love those.
Yeah, and I want to say thank you to everyone who donated last week as well. When we get stopped, I'm gonna look all your names up and call you out one by one. Even though I was gonna put that in the description, but lost time. One thing that the Genesis GV80 also misses out on compared to some other luxury vehicles is I don't believe, and someone can correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think it's a 48-volt electrical system.
Ooh.
Which means the automatic stop-start isn't quite as fluid. If you're in a Mercedes or something with a new 48-volt hybrid, especially with the inline-6 motors, when the engine starts back up, you can barely tell. It's so smooth. With this, it's pretty good. In fact, that could be a 48-volt system, but it's not quite as smooth in every case as the BMW and the Mercedes. Did anyone mention in the comments?
We forgot to do the horn test for
oh, you're right, for the donations.
Yes.
You're right.
So we have 3 and maybe a half.
I'll do 4.
Do it right now while we're stopped at this red light with all the traffic right now.
Let's not have a road rage incident. This doesn't have the 3D cluster, right?
No, it does not. That would also be an option on the executive package.
That's a nice F-150 right there.
It's pretty clean. Well, decently. I love how they calibrated the throttle and the brake. All the inputs are so luxury oriented.
Nice.
You can get off. I'm not shaking my passengers around at all. It's a very smooth input. There's some car we drove recently that it was just, everything was very jolty.
You didn't do a brake test either.
No, I didn't.
There's one.
I know the brakes work. I tested them in the POV live drive or POV day drive earlier today, and I'm gonna do them again here in 20 minutes or so when I shoot the night drive.
Sounds like a boat horn.
Sounds proper.
It's a deeper horn, that's for sure.
Yeah. People are probably like, what is going on?
Ooh, that's harsh.
Yeah, it is.
Nathan is not a good person because he keeps ignoring my comments.
Well, when you spam comments like that, we're gonna ignore them. So
yeah, please don't spam the comments. It just makes it harder for me to read everyone else's.
Yep. Nathan is a great person, and that is not nice of you to say that.
Some savagery.
Thank
when you
you
guys said harsh, I thought you meant harsh the commenter.
Ooh, that's harsh.
All right, let me bring up my remote desktop here real quick. Is there any last things we should point out in the GV80? Final lasting impressions, you two? Good?
Yeah, I exceeded my expectations.
Yeah.
Everything about it is just brilliant.
Aw. I think it's a beautiful car, a beautiful vehicle. The inside is really lush, really lovely. All the colors just pop out. The LED lights are really nice. Ignoring the phone and the cable right there, this infotainment center as well as the other part of all these buttons, they're just beautiful. They're the first thing I noticed when I walked in and sat in this car. It's just a very lovely color.
So I want to say thanks to Benjamin A, Marty W, and FBI of Stop and Shop for all donating on last week's Infiniti Q50 live drive. And obviously thank you to Belladia and Yas for donating this week. Helps us out, just pays for some of the gas while we're romping around in these things and idling them and stuff. And yeah, just helps support fun content.
Apparently we forgot to mention the seat comfort.
Well, we addressed it a few different times. Maybe that was before the live drive. Seat comfort's pretty good. Nathan thinks it's a little firm. I guess you two never
In the
switched
back, at
spots.
least.
We never
But,
did. Yeah. I never sat in the back seat actually.
Take a look at our highway fuel economy test when it comes out. I'll definitely attest to being in the car after a few hours how that feels.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Nathan, how is your seat comfort back there?
It's pretty firm. I was honestly expecting better.
Mm-hmm.
Like the seat design is really nice. I don't think they put that much effort into the actual ergonomics and the comfort itself.
Ooh, the Pittsburgh man points out it looks beautiful, but for that money you could get a Telluride for a lot cheaper.
Oh.
And the Telluride is pretty nice, and honestly the Palisade is really nice too.
Yeah.
But this looks the next level up.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you're not getting massaging seats in the Telluride and Palisade. You're not getting quite the same level. You get nice materials, but not quite as good. The sound system's much better than those two vehicles, and the looks outside are pretty darn good. So yeah, no, the Telluride is an amazing value. But I think for the next level up buyer, this is an amazing value as
You
well.
don't happen to know the prices of the Telluride and the Palisade?
A top level Telluride's 48 grand.
Oh, 48? Oh.
Yeah, but it's not a luxury car, and this is.
What about the Palisade?
Same thing.
Okay.
Yep.
Hmm.
Yep.
Think of it like between Ford, Mercury, and Lincoln. You got the Kia's the Ford, the Hyundai's the Mercury, and the, like, just in terms of what they are, not in terms of like how nice they are, but like, so you got.
But Hyundai and Kia are different companies. They're technically owned by the same parent, but they don't like to be. They're not the same. Like
they don't like to be, but they are.
But they're not. They've got totally different. Like it's not like the same company the way Ford Motor Company was. They're different. Like they've got different test facilities and different headquarters and stuff. So, yeah.
But they're based off the same platform.
They do share platforms.
But like that's what I'm saying. Like you think of it, because the Mercury's a little bit nicer than the Ford. The Hyundai's a bit nicer than the Kia Telluride, and this is the nicest.
Yeah, I don't agree, but whatever. All right.
Holy cow! I just noticed the window tint back here.
Very dark.
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
I can barely see you.
Wow.
Like just
That's
when I
actually
open
quite
the door,
nice.
it's just a lot of light.
One last look here at the GV80. Thank you all so much for coming along with us. This is a fun one. You can see these kind of the LED strips along with the bright lights within there. It's a neat car. We're gonna head out and film the night drive. Thank you all so much to Nathan and Alyssa for coming along and helping out. And yeah, I think that's gonna be about it. Oh, let's do one more demonstration of the little smart park thing for anyone who missed it.
Oh, I love that. And we need to do a walk around.
Yes.
As the video ends.
Yep. So you see the key here, you got 8 different buttons. I do want to see, what does this button do?
Can we get a zoom in on that button?
It's a light.
Oh.
Oh, there we go. You press it and the lights come on. Okay, but it has to be locked.
Do you think I could get it to hit me?
No.
You'd have to like run at the car. So smart park.
So then it's you hitting the car, not the car hitting you.
You press lock, hold it to remote start, and then if you want to back it up, hold the backup button. Lights come on. Here's some shifting going on.
That's amazing. I love that.
And then release.
Oh,
Bring it forward.
don't, Nathan.
Nathan's going to demonstrate that the car does have sensors to keep it from hitting things.
Are we in the way?
I don't know. Yeah, it doesn't want to come forward right now. It does not think it's safe to come forward for some reason.
Wow.
Anyway.
It knows what Nathan wants to do, so it's not gonna do it. He wanted to run in front of it.
In fact, it's not even letting me, before I've been able to shut it off with the key. There we go. Cool.
Alrighty.
Thank you all so much for watching, and check out next week for our next live drive. If you enjoyed, hit that subscribe button, all those good things, and we'll see you on the next one. I'm Charlie from Daily Motor, and as always, drive on.
Don't stop it yet.